Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me remove this banner because we don't need it quite yet. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, good afternoon. Where's everybody at? Shout out to everybody. We couldn't go live on X, so we're live on Facebook today. For whatever reason, I gotta figure out what's going on with X. Welcome everybody. Ooh, the hair's going crazy. Good morning. Wake up. What is going on? Hey Nebulous. Hey Gaslit. Hey there, Pika. How are you, love? Let me see who's in the house. Kraken's in the house. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How'd you guys sleep last night? The news continues to news. Kraken, Junebug, welcome. He said I had to leave at noon, but I will definitely watch it later. Shout out to you, Junebug. Thank you. Hey, Don. Hey, Jen. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? James, welcome, James. Shout out to you. Renee's in the house. Simply Set, Lovey Cats. Who else? Shauna B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cat B. Welcome. Dorothy. Welcome. Nebby's in the house. How are you, Nebby? Everyone, I'm on time for a change. Shout out to you. Welcome. Hey, Chell. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, King's Kid. Welcome. Truth Seeker Erica. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Carrie. Welcome. You said, I wish my hair looked like that when I was crazy. What you mean? Like mine's? I mean, I just do a little straightener and a little hairspray. That's all. Little straightener and a hairspray, girl. Beautiful messy ball. Leah, welcome. Shout out to you. Belen, how you doing, love? Tiffany's in the house. Erika, how are you? Erika, Christy B, Gail, welcome. And SPTV fan, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome. Stephanie, Bo's in the house. Amanda, Shell, welcome. Pamela, how you doing, love? Auntie Penelope, Tammy, you guys know I like to say hello to the people. Cappy, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Lori's in the house. Deidre, welcome, welcome, welcome. Steeler, welcome. Shout out to you, Mary. You guys, I'm still catching up on a lot of emails. I swear to God that I have so many emails on my inbox pertaining to Diddy, and it's just going to take me some time. I'm reviewing links that you guys are sending. Some of the stuff I've already watched. So some stuff I'm like, yeah, some of the stuff I don't know if I need to re-show it and whatnot, but shout out to you guys. I just have a lot of catching up to do. I'm a little behind. I don't know about you guys. Just so you guys know, I'm the only one that runs this channel. I ain't got no help whatsoever. Mm-mm. So the emails, all that stuff, that's all me. It's all me. I gotta, check it. And so I don't always catch up and get to everybody. It takes me time. Deanna, welcome. Shout out to you. I hope you have a great lunch. Alicia, shout out to you. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was telling the people, I said I need a little touch up. I don't know if you guys can see my roots because I can see my roots. And I'm going to get a little gray too. So it'll be like platinum gray. Flord, welcome. Dazzler, welcome. Hey, Sparrow. Hey, Gemini. Tracy in Tulsa, welcome. Iron Rabbit, shout out to you, love. Thank you so much yesterday for that Cash App. Thank you for supporting me. Flor, welcome. Amanda, yes. Indie Deb, welcome. Everybody. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Night Charm. Yeah, oh yeah. Then there's Baby Buddy who tells me when to log off. Period. I need a Google form for submission. Reach out if you need one. Oh, you mean like for requests and stuff like that? Girl, that thing would be packed. Hey, Mally, how are you? That thing would be packed, Kraken. I don't know if I can do all that. So I have two emails. I have a Proton email and then I have my Gmail. And the Proton was the one I was telling the people. I said, I'm going to get rid of this Proton because I don't think I need it that much anymore. I mean, I've been doxxed. What else is there? Everybody knows who the hell I am on this internet. For the most part. So I was like, I'm probably gonna get rid of that and like not pay that much money, but we'll see. We'll see, Kraken. I'll see. Hey, little Pinto, how you doing? Hey, Jay McCarthy said you need an assistant to read your emails and filter them. I thought Gmail did that. I thought the email that came with the package, doesn't it? Hey, Tina. Hey, Leah. Welcome. You guys, I mean, it should just come with the package. Just saying, if I'm paying for it. And then I'm paying extra for storage too. Like that's the other thing too. I'm paying extra for storage. Hey, Alicia Rivera, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you, love. Thank you. Welcome to the membership. Thank you. Kathy P, how you doing? Everybody, listen, it's become Interesting. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'm a one person show when it comes to this. But shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. We got to get into some stuff, and I think we're gonna definitely get into Kings. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Shout out to you. I never see you comment, so thank you. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting me. Um, Matthew Perry. We got to start with right there, okay? Because yesterday some news broke, and I know we've been digging on Diddy, and we will continue to do so. But Matthew Perry, I think, is definitely something that we got to just, at the very least, touch a little bit on because you guys know we broke the news about the arrest that happened with Matthew Perry, and so now we have the doctor by the name of Dr. Mark Chavez, okay, who has pleaded guilty to the drug-related death of Matthew Perry, pleaded guilty in the case. Dr. Chavez changed his plea deal in a Los Angeles court to a charge of conspiring to distribute the surgical anesthetic ketamine. Chavez, 54, operated a ketamine clinic and sold ketamine lozenges. Is that how you say it? Lozenges? Lozenges? To Dr. Salvador Plasencia, who supplied them to Perry, the star of the NBC sitcom Friends. So Chavez is one of 5 people charged in Matthew Perry's death. The 54-year-old actor was found dead in his backyard jacuzzi in Southern California on October 2023. My goodness, it's going to be a year since what happened to Matthew Perry happened. It's going to be a year now. That's crazy. Like, Jay McCarthy says 55. Shout out to you. Hey, Nikki, welcome. Everybody come through. Pinche Becky, shout out to you. You said so much. I think I feel the sadness and way of the evil in the world. The lies in the election, not going political here. Just saying, no, it's a lot. There's a lot to keep, a lot of this. I agree with you, especially when it comes to Diddy or anybody else at this point. It's so much that weighs in, but it's stuff that we have to continually stay informed. It's going to be a year ago, right? You didn't send that, Jay McCarthy? I was like, it says 55. Maybe your phone, something's up with your phone, girl, if you're on your phone. Is that how you say it? Is it lozenges or lozengers? I thought I said it right. I thought it was a lozenge. Lozenges. The time has flown by. Absolutely. Hey, Ingrid. So I suspect, the ketamine queen, if you guys remember the story and how all this went down, that there's going to be probably more coming from that. Matthew Perry was targeted. All right. It was targeted. They saw somebody with some money, and, they fed him substance, including with the assistants. I mean, you can't even trust your own assistant. What does that say? It says a lot. The people here in Hollywood are just self-serving. Now, let me tell you something. I was so happy to hear that this story resurfaced, all right? Because Denzel Washington, I told you guys, I don't want to hear about Denzel going to a Diddy party. And apparently he has gone to one Diddy party, at least one that we know of, okay? Apparently. Denzel Washington once screamed at Diddy after an all-night party in 2003. Now, I don't know, like Denzel screaming, like he really, really was screaming. It's weird the way that I just don't foresee. I don't feel like he's the type of person who screams, not Denzel. Well, I know we were yelling last time. We said, nope, not Denzel. I'm going to need some receipts. I heard that Denzel did attend a party, okay, that he did. Ingrid's like, leave Denzel alone. I know. I know Denzel did attend a Diddy party. All right. I heard that. That I did hear. But apparently and reportedly, he got into a heated argument with Diddy Combs following a night partying back in 2003. So a source revealed to the U.S. Weekly that Oscar winner, 69-year-old, once got into an argument with the disgraced rapper 54 that resulted in shouting. The insider claimed that Denzel screamed, "You don't respect anyone," at the hip hop mogul, who is currently awaiting trial. We know that. Like, you're telling me information I already know. Denzel and his wife, Pauletta Washington, had been partying until dawn with Diddy. And then they seen something and stormed off, the source told the outlet. In the early 2000s, Washington and Diddy were seen out together on a number of occasions, including a 2001 Essence Award. former President Barack Obama's first inauguration in 2009 and 2 NBA games. So he was around. I mean, he just didn't really like, I guess, wasn't for Diddy all the way. Florida's like, not Denzel. Okay, maybe a shout, but I don't know about a scream. The Denzel thing, I saw it last year. Matter of fact, 2 or 3 videos I haven't seen him lately, but yeah, he was pissed. He left that party. Really? I know. I could not believe Denzel. Didn't he say no, that was Marlon Wayans who said that if you were at a Diddy party, you better make sure you leave early because that's when the freakiness comes out. That's what he said. Denzel ain't trying to be tied into this shit. No, I don't blame him either, right? He's going to be like, nope, not at all. No worries. Let me see what you guys are saying. Someone who was at Diddy's party tells a story of him not being much of a good guy. Who, Kings? Who? That Diddy was not a good guy? Thank you, Bernadette, for telling the people to hit that like button, please, and thank you. You heard that too? It's different things that people are hearing, right? Everybody. I heard he left pissed and never came back again. So that's what the people are reporting. I mean, he might have partied. Denzel might have partied, but I guess he wasn't with the shits. He really wasn't, I guess. Well, you make that what you be. Was you in the room? That's what we want to know. And what happened? Now, hold up. Let me mute myself over here because I hear myself over here. Now, we're about to get into some other stuff, okay? And it's about to get a little spicy, okay? Maybe we should start over here so then I can direct you exactly to where I want you guys to see this. Let's go to Joseph Sherman. So Joseph Sherman in the lawsuit, you guys can see that, me typing that up there. This is the Talia Graves lawsuit that dropped with Gloria Allred, right? Joseph Sherman is like a co-defendant. He's named on this lawsuit, okay? He's named a couple times that allegedly in or around the summer of 2001, this is Talia Graves' lawsuit, plaintiff's life was violently knocked off course when defendant Sean and Joseph Sherman viciously arred her at the Bad Boy Records studio in New York. Okay, let's go. And then Joseph Sherman, defendant, is mentioned on line 10. So Joseph Sherman, aka Big Joe, is a male who, on information and belief, resides in Westchester, New York. Okay. So he was very relevant around that time. Allegedly, he worked security around that time. This is why he's very important. Now, according to this lawsuit, the victim was arred by Joseph. Okay, there were, she was essentially targeted by Joseph, and that Joseph had a pornographic something video about her of that assault, right? And that essentially he owns a business by the name of Rhymes and Dimes, and so keep that in mind, right? So Joseph, when he heard about this lawsuit, it drops. He decides, I'm gonna come back and I'm going to dispel everything that people are saying about me, because that's what he's gonna do. He's going to dispel any rumors or whatever, right? He decides to do an interview with this news. What is it? ABC News 4 New York, and we're about to watch it, and we're going to watch it here and react to it. He wants to clear his name, okay? That's what he's going to do. He's going to clear his name, and we're going to talk about it. You guys let me know what you guys think.
There were no
see if I can make
restrictions
this
on this interview, no questions off limits. Joe Sherman says he doesn't doubt the alleged victim's claims. He just says he wasn't involved. Sean Combs remains locked up in Lower Manhattan on federal charges that include sex trafficking.
Here we go.
It's a lie on me. That's all I'm saying.
Big Joe Sherman wants you to look at his face and listen.
I don't know this lady from anywhere.
You've never met her?
Never in my life.
He's talking about.
He says, it's a lie on me. Phoenix, thank you so much, love. Shout out to you. I hope you have a great day. You said Joseph is giving nasty. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you, he went up there. So this is going back to this lawsuit. This is what he's referring, because he was mentioned in this lawsuit, right?
This woman, Thalia Graves, who appeared at a highly promoted news conference last week with attorney Gloria Allred.
The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
The attorney for Graves announcing a federal lawsuit claiming that in 2001, the then 25-year-old was drugged and bound and viciously raped in the Manhattan headquarters of Bad Boy Entertainment by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs with his bodyguard and head of security Joe Sherman.
I'm not questioning her integrity.
Okay. Night Charm says he needs to have several seats back. Thank you so much, Suzanne. You said, wow, he clears his name. He'll also be clearing his hard drive. You know, because they go hand in hand, right? You got to delete, you got to remove, you got to, you got to push all those buttons to make sure that the, system doesn't have your stuff, whatever. He is not questioning her integrity. He's just calling her a liar, right, Dazzler? Right. Videos will prove this one way or another. So Joseph Sherman's like, I didn't do it. I wasn't even there.
Sherman says he did security for Bad Boy Records in the 90s, but wasn't working for the company in 2001.
Here's me and Mariah Carey.
So that's pretty simple. I mean, if you get any pay stubs, he'd have pay stubs, right? That would show a time frame, or if he did contract work or whatever, right?
Sherman provided us with his personal album of photos with celebrity clients. He says he's protected over the years.
Me and Beyonce.
He says he did see Diddy at industry parties after Sherman left the company, but there was no relationship. Big Joe maintains he is being set up by false accusations.
Her and whoever that she's in cahoots with was orchestrating a money grab, and she wanted me to be part of that money grab. It says it right in her texts. She wanted to get Diddy.
Sherman showed us texts from an Instagram account starting last November. He says his team has linked to Graves. We confirmed the connection. The first text asked if Sherman was a security guard for Puffy.
Now, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me go back.
Because she kept.
Let me go back a little bit, because she says that there was a text message that he just said a text message that was sent. Now, the lawsuit, let's see, there was a part of the lawsuit that talked about how Talia tried to call Joseph or Big Joe about him having a video for her, for him to erase it or whatever. I remember this. So he's saying here that upon his own investigation, which I'd like to know what that means exactly. What investigation did he conduct? He feels like that was Talia messaging him. Huh, okay.
Diddy, then my attorneys will leave.
Oh, if you will be my witness against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of the proceedings, because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people videos of me and you to people in the studio. I see your comments. Joseph is showing receipts, right? Like he's showing something. You said this is what Joseph is saying, right? How convenient that he has these messages. Well, I'd like to see the dates, because it says right here November 30th. And if I remember correctly, Talia's lawsuit said something to the effect of she found out about Cassie and that there was a video about her sometime in November because of Cassie's lawsuit, right?
Leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio. Sherman responded, I don't know what the expletive you talking about. Know who the expletive you are. He was still named in the lawsuit.
Was there any video?
Not only was there never a video, I never saw the woman. I'm nothing but a scapegoat for this BS. Because I wouldn't get Puffy and lie on Sean Combs.
We reached out to Allred asking about the texts and Sherman's denial that he was involved. Her email response, the complaint speaks for itself. Our client looks forward to her day in court.
Ooh, all right. That's what Gloria said. Gloria said that the complaint speaks for itself. No lies told. Okay. Allegedly to her. This is what she said. And that they're going to be seeing each other at court.
Allred's lawsuit describes Sherman as being involved in a company that produces and distributes pornography.
I don't show nude women.
He says his media outlets publish urban rap magazines that often feature scantily clad women, arguing the photos are similar to ones he's posted on social media.
Am I wrong for having fun on my birthday? Yes, I did all that. I'm single. I'm amazing. You could call me that. But I never disrespected or seen this woman in my life.
Oh.
Come on. It's a money grab because they told you it's a money grab. And she know that what she did to me destroyed my family, destroyed my livelihood. I can't get a job.
Sherman's legal team says they plan on...
He can't get a job? Since when, though? Because it's just like this. He said he can't get a job. So he can't, like, as of when? Since the lawsuit literally dropped like 2 weeks ago. You say he needs to be quiet and take it to court. Queen, did you watch from the beginning? You said lies told. I want to... We're going to go back a little bit. And I did screen record this video because I want to read some of those messages that they're saying. Hold up. Let me see if I can mute it real quick and see if I can screenshot those messages that they showed. So he says he can't get a job. And I mean, okay, let's keep playing this.
Filing a counterclaim in the near future that will likely include defamation. Combs's attorneys have not yet responded to the lawsuit. Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Reporter Sarah Wallace.
Let me stop right here. Somebody said, you heard that Costco's hiring? He can't get a job. I knew Vicky was going to say something in the chat about that. Hold on. Vicky said, I'm confused. Can't get a job. Please help me understand the timeline. Because the lawsuit literally just dropped. So when he can't, like, what happened? Was he lined up for a job and now he can't get it? See, I don't know what to say about this, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But let me see. I got some screenshots of these messages, okay? Hold up. See if we can show these messages. Here we go. Oh, man. They went so fast. Here we go. Oh, see. Oh, I got a nice little screenshot over here. Here we go. So let's see if it lets me play back a little bit.
There were no restrictions on this interview. No questions off
this
limits.
This is a screen recording. That's why it's so hard.
Sherman says he doesn't.
Hold up, y'all. We'll get this going because I'm kind of curious to know what this looks like. I want to read the messages that he put out there. That's what I want to read. So I'm going to try to get this little video up here quickly. So what he did is he screen recorded this. That's why it's so hard to manage it. Let's see. And we could read those messages that he said he received from somebody by the name of Talia. I think it's only fair to maybe review those messages and get an idea of what those messages said. Here we go. That's crazy. So he can't get employment, guys. This is what happened to him. All right. For those that are coming through, I'm going to play this one more time a little bit. We'll pause a little bit and include your comments. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are about this.
Doubt the alleged victim's claims. He just says he wasn't.
Big Joe said that he never worked at Bad Boy around the time frame that the lawsuit is alleging that this happened to Talia. That's what Big Joe is saying, right? He said he never worked there. So I think that should be easy to determine whether it was like a quick little job or a contract job or what happened exactly. That it wasn't me. Oh, it wasn't me defense. That's right.
Wants you to look at his face and listen.
I don't know.
And head of security, Joe Sherman.
I'm not questioning her integrity. I'm questioning her claims against me. I wasn't the head of this.
You're calling her a liar.
Security, you got the wrong man. I've never seen you. I've never did anything negative with you. I've never been in the same room with you. Not only wasn't I there, I wasn't even in New York.
Sherman.
That's what this is what he said. Okay, so records would show that, right?
Says he did security for
him, right? You said he's guilty. I'm not questioning her integrity, but the questioning, he's talking on both sides of the neck.
But there was no relationship. Big Joe maintains he is being set up by false accusations.
Why would they set this man up? Why him? Just wondering.
Her and whoever that she's in cahoots with was orchestrating a money grab and she wanted me to be part of that money grab. It says it right in her texts. And she wanted to get Diddy.
Sherman showed us texts from an Instagram account starting last November. He says
starting last November. Now, I do think she did mention in the lawsuit that she reached out to Joe. She said she reached out. That's not a lie. She said so out of her own. She said that she wanted the video removed. That's why she reached out to Joe. She said it. Okay? It's not a lie. She put that out there. So here we go. Let me show you this one. This one's going to be easier so we can read some of these messages that was sent. Sorry, y'all. It took me a minute. Here we go. So let's go to...
There were no
messages that were mentioned.
You're on my Instagram.
Was it this one? Here it is. November 29th. Hey, were you a security guard for Puff? LOL, who are you? Okay, it's the message.
Security guard for Puffy.
She confused me because she kept saying, "Are you Big Joe?"
But that was his name. His name is Joseph Sherman. She said, "Man, your mama didn't call you Big Joe." All right.
I said, "You're on my Instagram."
When she asked, "Are you Big Joe?" what did that mean to you?
That means that she don't know who I am.
No, that means that she's asking you, "Are you Big Joe?" If your account is Rhymes and Dimes brand, she's asking you, "Are you Big Joe?" Doesn't mean that she doesn't know who you are. She's asking, "Are you this person?" That's it. And then she says here, please call at 972 number. Right. Now, when she says this, she actually mentioned this in the lawsuit. She mentioned it. She tried to call him to work something out because she had found out there's a video about her that this man was showing around.
Text asked him to call the number and goes on to say,
okay, now this is why I wanted to pause. Let's read this. Like I explained before, if you will be my witness against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people videos of me and you.
Hey,
here it is, of me and you to people in the studio. There are 8 people who saw a video of Talia being physically assaulted, sexually assaulted. He said it doesn't mean she doesn't know you, bro. That's right. It could be like misidentification. We don't know. That's true. And that's why I'm like, well, she's messaging you to find out if you like you're this is you. You worked at Bad Boy, right? Or whatever it might have been at that time. I get that. And he did. She didn't lie. He did work at Bad Boy. Now, did he work there in 2000? Was it a different Joe? I don't think so. I think it's the same Joe. There are people that 8 witnesses who saw a video of this situation go down. Yeah, I'm just saying. Thank you, Pinto. I promise y'all we will celebrate 70K, a no Diddy party, no baby oil required, nobody will be nude, and you won't have to wear white. Shout out to you guys. Here's the problem. It sounds like Talia wanted to make sure that she was talking to the right person and not a scammer or something like that. It was like, hey, here is your chance. Otherwise, I'm moving forward. Right, Jay? That's how I understood it. And he's mad about it. That's right. So I think he saw this kind of coming, right? That's how I see it. She just wanted a confirmation it was him before she gave out her private number. That's how I see it. You said, do you think Beyonce is on one of those videos? I'm speculating that she's on one. Oh. Well, we're going to talk about the attorney here in a little bit. Ms. Ariel Mitchell did a very interesting interview with News Nation. That's coming next. I promise y'all. Hey, let's talk about it. Says, hello, Rabbit. Shout out to you, love. Maybe he wasn't talking. Maybe he wasn't working there then. Doesn't mean that he didn't participate. That's right, Wheezy. He could have done. It's a security thing, you know. People just show up, you know. You said, I ain't coming with all those party rules. Y'all, you guys gonna make me choke on my coffee. Anyway, so this is what she says on those messages, trying to confirm if this is the Joe. The Joe. All right, so let me make myself smaller. And it says, that they have statements that you physically showed over 8 people videos of me and you to people in the studio. Hold
If
up.
you will be my witness against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio.
Oh, hold on. Now she goes really, really fast here. So that you showed over 8 people videos of me and you to people in the studio. So if you are willing to give me a statement about my R against Puffy, then the attorney won't go after you for revenge porn or distribution of a sexual act without consent. That's why I ask you to call me. Okay. So Talia's saying that her attorney, who's Gloria Allred, basically said, like, listen, if you're willing to testify against Diddy, I also have this information on you. Basically, that's what it sounds like. That, I have this information on you, that you distributed my video that I didn't even know was there, and I won't go after you for the other charges or the other, things that are listed.
Sherman responded.
Oh man, that went fast. Hold up, because I want to read this. All right, hold up. She goes fast.
Showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio. Sherman.
Here it is. About want to go against you. The attorney won't go after you for the revenge porn or distribution of a sexual act without consent. That's why I ask you to call me so I don't have to keep writing this. I will make sure that the state does not pick up charges of our charges against you. I also understand that was in 2001, but this was the normal behavior. Oh shit, hold up. But this was the normal behavior, for you guys. But then we women have to deal with the trauma, with the repercussions and the trauma. You guys leave us. So they're not reading the whole message. This is why we're reading it here. You said it sounds like the reporter is doing a catch and kill. Listen, this catch and kill thing is becoming a real thing here on YouTube. I'll say that much. This catch and kill is becoming a real thing. So then it says, hold up. We have to deal with the repercussions and the trauma you guys leave us with. It sounds like Joseph Sherman responded, I don't know what the F you talking about. Know who the F you are. You can sue me. That's what it meant to say. Sue me, shoot me, throw me out the window. You can sue me, shoot me, throw me out the window. She's asking again, do you work for Bad Boy? Did you show a video to people in the studio of Conrad's? That's why I ask you to call me so I can make.
I don't know what the expletive you talking about. Know who the expletive you are. He was still named.
They didn't even scroll anymore down.
In the lawsuit.
Was there any video?
Not only was there never a video, I never saw the woman. I'm nothing but a scapegoat for this BS.
Oh, shit.
Because I wouldn't get Puffy and lie on Sean Combs.
We reached out to.
Wait a minute. She's intentionally not allowing those messages to be read, and she doesn't think that people will screenshot it. That's right. Interesting, right? Like, she's not reading the whole message. She's only reading. And did she read the whole lawsuit to get the gist of the fact that Talia admitted to have contacted Joseph Sherman about the video? She put that in her lawsuit. We read that like 3 times. Does she know that, or did she not? Like, this is weird. It's weird. It's giving weird. It's giving Joseph Sherman contacted them to try to shape shift the story. That's what it sounds like to me. If you know what I mean? You say, here's the other problem, Rabbit. If he did do this, then allegedly there could be more women. That's what I'm saying. like this, which means he might not actually remember her. He might not actually remember her. Maybe that's what the issue is, because there's just so many victims out there, so many women. Of all the reporters, why her? The story's national news. Why her? Right. The lie detector says you lie. That's what the lie detector said. Why her? There are a lot more women, and there is tapes of these parties. And this guy happens to run this, and maybe he was doing like, I don't know, temp work or whatever during that time. She's reaching out. She admitted to reaching out to Joseph Sherman in her lawsuit. Clearly, he got the messages. This is the Joseph Sherman. And if there are 8 witnesses that provided statements that said that this man was filming and that they had seen a video that this man had in his possession of Talia Graves, I'm very much side-eyeing this situation. And I very much feel like, she should have, in my opinion, Talia should have probably not even contacted Joseph Sherman as a witness, because it doesn't even seem like he would have even helped her in this situation. This man, to me, seems to be very much like about saving his own ass. And now they're spinning the story about Joseph Sherman being set up. That's right. I bet there were others who reached out to him as well, right, Vicky? This is why he's scared. Chalisa Lindsay says he probably thought this day would never come and this poor girl would just fade into the others. That's right. About Diddy, his story doesn't have enough receipts. Even if a victim reached out to an alleged perpetrator to try to reason with him or try to get some understanding, it doesn't take away from the crime that he's committed, right? It doesn't take away from the crime that he's committed. Victims reach out. Victims will return to relationships. Victims will do different things because of whatever the circumstances may be. It's interesting. I bet he tried to, Cerise, I bet he tried to delete whatever he has, because one of the lawyers in Texas said that there are people that are trying to wipe shit off the internet that they've noticed, whether it's a Twitter account, an IG post, or whatever it may be. That's right. I remember they're trying to change the narrative. Petty says a lot are trying to save their asses right now. I'm sure a lot of us. Hey, just a tea, please. The witnesses could have told her that the Instagram account had verified it via photos and posts. That's right. So she's reaching out to him and saying, like, listen, I'm just double checking that this is you because I have other people and I'm wanting to offer you the opportunity to do the right thing. Even though, honestly, it's not up to her whether a prosecutor wants to follow through with charges. Even if she says, please don't charge. I mean, it's not always up to the victim, right? If a prosecutor sees that there's enough to say, no, I'm coming after your ass, it's enough. If he raped her and has the video, why not get him too? See, I don't know. And we don't know if she has the video. You know what I mean? It's been said that there was a video that was shown, that there are 8 witnesses. Who has this video? Gloria Allred, when they did that press conference, she said she'd never seen a video. And she wouldn't see it. There's a video out there. It was shown to 8 people. She found out because after of Cassie's lawsuit, when that dropped, that's how she found out. So, and there are 8 people that are willing to give statements and testify and whatnot. It says a lot. Yeah, nothing can be completely scrubbed. Nothing. Yeah, you leave. That's right. You leave the prosecutors to do that talk. That's right. She can't, even as a victim, she can't promise that somebody's not going to get charged, because that's not in her wheelhouse, if that makes sense. He said it kind of confirms her statement. It does. Joseph Sherman doing this interview, even though in the attempt to catch and kill, Joseph Sherman doing this interview did not make him look good whatsoever. You just showed your whole hand with the messages. The victim said in the lawsuit that she tried to reach out to Joseph Sherman, that she tried to plead with him. And this man he's not going to admit to you that he has a video. But there are 8 people. 8 people is not 2 people. 8 people is 8 people that are willing to give statements to work with her and her case. That says a lot to me. That says a lot to me. No, so then that's not her. This is a different attorney. Gloria Allred has not dropped her client. the attorney we're about to talk about. All right. So this is the Joseph Sherman part. I haven't seen anybody show the interview that he just did. So I wanted to make sure I showed this. We got to talk about Miss Ariel. This is the other attorney we talked about yesterday. All right. So let's go reference Ariel. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ariel Mitchell, kid lawyer. So Miss Ariel Mitchell has been very, very busy on these social media streets right now. Like busy. She's booked and busy right now. First of all, let me just say this. So yesterday, an article dropped. We reviewed a little bit of it on TMZ. Let's go to TMZ real quick. 21 hours ago. Y'all remember this one right here? This is the one that we talked about yesterday. Let me know. So, yeah, it's a different person. You don't. Ooh, see. Are you guys side-eyeing Miss Ariel Mitchell kid now? Maybe we should do a poll. Let's do a poll because the people are not really feeling this situation at this point. Hold up. Let's do a poll. Are you, hold up. Are we the people side-eyeing Ariel Mitchell kid? Ariel Mitchell kid, her client is or was Adrena English. Adrena English had dropped a lawsuit. Let me add another option. Not sure yet. Now, while you guys are voting, can you guys do me a favor and hit that like button, please? And thank you. Can you tell me why we don't have enough likes here? Please. It's a great way to support the channel just by hitting the like button. Okay. I'm looking at the poll right now. So, Kissamooch, I know you were saying some stuff about this attorney. Yes. Oh my God, why this comment? The delegates of the Rabbit Kingdom are side-eyeing her. Are they? All of them? All of them, Vicky? Come on, Vicky. All of them? The Diddy stuff is like so many moving parts to this. Some of us are not even ready for it. Okay. The real Sassafras says, I've heard the more high profile the person was a boy between the ages of 17 to 21. What is the reason? I know why. What's the reason for side-eyeing her? Okay. So this article dropped yesterday. In addition to the interview with Jaguar Wright dropped yesterday with Pierce Morgan, and Ariel Mitchell kid also did commentary about that, right? So why this is a big deal is because the lady here on Friday, she did an interview with, the attorney did an interview with News Nation. And she basically said that there was a video had been shopped around of another high profile person higher than Diddy. And that had been shopped around and she was aware of it. And that she was in the process of filing her lawsuit and about, because it was the weekend. So it'd probably be like today or Tuesday. Well, then this drops yesterday. TMZ drops this yesterday, right? And basically it says that Ariel Mitchell kid says that she can't work with her client by the name of Adrena English. Okay. And basically drops the tea and says like that there was a breakdown between attorney-client relationship and that she claims that there were irreconcilable differences between them, and says that Adrena English tone and lack of respect and her continued behavior and self-destructive activities made it impossible for attorney Ariel Mitchell Kidd to continue to represent her. Kraken, have a safe flight. And Iron Rabbit, thank you for gifting memberships. If you guys got a membership for my beautiful, wonderful Iron Rabbit, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, love. Shout out to you. Welcome to the new members, guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Iron Rabbit. So, she's mad. This is the attorney. Ariel Mitchell Kidd is upset with her client and basically says, no, I can't represent you anymore. TMZ reported on that lawsuit. So let me keep going. Now, there was something in the narrative that was said here that made me raise my eyebrows. Okay. She said a spokesperson for Diddy tells TMZ that less than 3 months after filing her lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, Adrena English has been dropped by both her attorneys after making completely fabricated statements. In papers filed with the court today, her former attorney cited Miss English's questionable antics and undermining behavior. As we've said from the start, anyone can file a lawsuit without proof, and this case is a clear example of that. Now, Adrena English escalated things by filing a false police reports and making baseless claims using high-profile events as backdrops to harm innocent people. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone. This is what Combs' team is saying, and they're speaking against Adrena English. Okay. So a lot of us, we're trying to figure out, well, what happened? What happened? What did Adrena do? What did this lawyer do? What happened? She does an interview with News Nation yesterday. Okay. Let's play a little bit of this. Hey, Eat More Pizza. How are you, love? Let me play this, okay? Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments.
With you on this case. You wanted to get the report. We talked about this. You said things were going smoothly, but now it's not. So when did that change?
Last night, actually, I got an email from them, the county, not the city police, that then said I needed a subpoena to get the records, which I think we all know about Freedom of Information Act, which requires a public information be given freely. That's why it's a federal law. So I've never experienced in any situation where I have been told I needed a subpoena to get public information. I was floored. I was shocked, and it was apparent to me that some type of cover-up is going on. The Orinda police are in violation of federal law.
So the lawyer's having, I guess, a hard time getting documents that she needs. She's having to go through hoops and whatnot. Here she gives a more extensive interview about Sean Diddy Combs' accuser's ex-attorney relationship had to end. This is where she gives more information about that relationship. And it's weird. Like, you should be able to FOIA documents that you need. That's, I think, our right. Period. Right? Let's keep watching.
I'm only here for one reason and one reason only, which is to do my job and to defend victims. I will not stand for anybody, including my own client, attempting to undermine my work. And so because we had such a tumultuous relationship where my client was definitely undermining my work, I had to end the relationship.
Wow. Well, I guess that message is loud and clear. And I guess it did not end well with your relationship, working relationship with her. Did she try to talk you into taking her back?
Yes, in a sense. I actually almost quit once before, and we had a conversation. We made an agreement and signed an agreement so that she would stop undermining me. And then she went behind my back and violated it again. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So that's where we are.
All right. Well, that is.
What y'all think? You think she's protecting the integrity of her other cases? We don't know how many cases she has, right? You said, what if this is part of Diddy's plan to distract? Have witnesses look not credible? He may still be paying off people. God damn. You said it's cap? Oh my gosh. Kiss and Mooch just dropped a bunch of hats, and you know that typically means it's all cap. Really? Yeah, what is undermining that she's doing? Like, what is, a lot of these clients are not going to be ideal, right? If you almost quit before, now why would you go to the TV, to the national news and everything? Listen, it's still up there. Why would you do that? You don't believe her at all? I think she's trying to save her ass. That's what I think. I think she's trying to save herself. What's all cap? Suzanne, when you put the little hat in an emoji, it usually means that you're lying. Like, it's all cap. I wouldn't say it's slang. It's just a way to say things. You're all cap, like you're lying, like you're covering, you're capping for someone. That's what that means. It's strange, right? It's strange. There is no such, thank you for saying that, Shauna B. There is no such thing as the perfect victim. And so my thought is like, well, okay, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, did you know this about Audrina? Like, when did you decide? Because if you almost dropped her once, clearly she had already a pattern of behavior that concerned you. Why go on TV and say all the shit that she said? Now, let me go back a little bit, okay? Because believe it or not, some people are like, well, why are we paying attention to this? I think it's important. I think it's probably the piece that is going to, people are going to use to attack victims. And I think that this is something that we have to be able to like jump on it. This is why I go back to Joseph Sherman. Let's pull that onion a little bit and let's figure out what was said, what is actually being presented. Yes, I learn new vernacular every day too, even on YouTube, believe it or not. Now hold up. Let me look up Ariel. I keep wanting to say Mitchell Kidd, but it's Kid. I don't know why. It's like, maybe I'm just thinking that it's a T instead of a D. Something is off with the lawyer. Absolutely. In other words, BS. The interview I watched, she said that she dropped the client because she broke the contract. What did she do in the contract? You said, I mean, one would make sure all parties involved would have solid and good understanding of the situation prior for you going on TV exposure. Or were you seeking exposure? How many of these attorneys don't? Yeah, definitely shade to the victim. How many of these attorneys don't like just go on TV for exposure? You know what I mean? How many of that don't do that? They do. Yeah. A lot of them do. Hey, Yvonne, I don't have an update. I know that they, shout out to you. Thank you so much. I know that they had court, and I'll have to look up to that. I'm going to do a follow-up on that. I just haven't had the time. But shout out to you. Thank you, Yvonne, for coming by. No, you don't worry about it. That was a really tragic case that happened in December. So I hear you on that. But I promise you, I know what you're referring to. I will come back to it and maybe do an update on it because I know that they've had court and whatnot, and there's been charges. Yoli, thank you for the $1.99 love. Shout out to you, Yoli C. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You think she's an undercover op? Will there be cameras at your parties, Rabbit? Hell no. Oh my goodness. My guess money talks. I guess so. Let's keep watching. I was able to pull the other videos.
That, and we can't wait to hear what is next in this case.
Thanks for watching. Go to
All right, Ashley Banfield. Okay, so y'all remember she came up here and she said that she had high profile. There was a shape that there was a tape. Here it is. This is it. This was literally 5 days ago. Look at this. A quarter, almost 1 million views.
I also wish
This is the lady. Okay, she said it. This is before. That's why I'm like, well, why'd you drop her? Was this the client? Was there another client? What happened?
just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Which I declined that because
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes. But the shopping thing is
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public.
Oh, I've heard this before. So like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you? And I guess you can't reveal the person who is on.
No, I
the
can't
tape.
explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really, really. And
I did a video on that. So many people did videos on that. In my opinion, the attorney took money to catch and kill the high profile celeb. We'll never see that video. Was that victim maybe in the video with the celebrity? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. There's some stuff that we will never see, you guys. We will never see. And I'm wondering about it too. You said, Thank you. Thank you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is what she did. This is what she said. We're never going to see that. So who's the high profile pay the attorney? Somebody paid somebody off. She dropped Adrena. This is the attorney. She was representing her. So what happened that she just dropped her client like that?
you've seen it.
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
You can verify that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video was pornographic in nature.
Oh my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes. This was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video. So it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask you about the police report we talked about, but when your client came out, obviously the neighbor knew. Did she talk to her family? Did she talk to her friends? Did she have another lawyer? Let's go back to your client.
So at the time, as most rape victims are, they feel a lot of
You said Texas Chica says, why is she talking about her clients publicly? Well, she did this yesterday in Pierce Morgan's interview too. That's what really bothered me too. And let me go to it real quick because we reviewed it, and some of you guys were side-eyeing her too. Like, why is she talking about this publicly like that? Let me show you guys what I mean. Hold up, we already got done reviewing this clownery here. So when she got here, hold up, and she said something to the effect of, see, this is why it's important to maybe like, see if we can use the transcript. Show transcript. Here we go. Because I remember her saying something to the effect of, what is it? Shop and kill? Tape. Here it is. They saw the tapes. They know the tapes. In her interview, she says something to the effect of, here's it here.
That they outright said, can you write on your letterhead a letter to the individual who's also in the tape and see if they're interested in a catch and kill? And it's only standing to be.
She gives so much information about this catch and kill and needing to get on this. This is the part that really turned me off. And she's been talking about it. But which client? Is this a different client? Did she drop the other client?
More individuals coming out. I do talk to some of the other attorneys who represent victims that we already have known because they filed cases, who have additional victims who plan to come forward, and they plan to file cases against very soon. So it's only a matter of how many more are going to come out, and it seems to be it'll be very many more.
You've said that you've been contacted regarding the sale of one of the Diddy freak-off tapes, and that it features a very high-profile celebrity. What can you tell us about that?
So actually, I recently was contacted by one of my business partners, who's also an attorney, who said to me, well, why are we not writing the demand letter to try to do the catch and kill? And I said, well, if you want to do it, then I'll connect you and you can essentially do it. He was also concerned about wanting to protect the other person who was in the film, mainly because I've known about this for about 3.5 weeks to about a month. I've been communicating.
I'm muted. They're trying to protect the people that are in the videos. That's what they're trying to do. He's representing the other client that's potentially in the video. Did y'all see this? This is like that entanglement. Belen, you're right. Always trying to hide the truth from us commenters. That's right. So there is somebody else in these tapes that's higher profile that we'll never know. But it sounds like the person didn't even know that they were being filmed. All of this, I don't know if it served them well to even talk about this strategy. She's ratting herself out, right?
With these people who purport to have that videotape. And it wasn't until Thursday night that they outright said, can you write on your letterhead a letter to the individual who's also in the tape and see if they're interested in a catch and kill? And is that something we'll give you X amount of percentage of it? And at the time I was like, I don't think I want to be involved in this, but I hadn't had time to process. But the other attorney I'm speaking of, he's pretty much been in the know the entire time since I first got contacted by these individuals with the tape. And we're pursuing now a meeting with the three of us for us to broker, I guess, a situation where we'll have certain guarantees that once we make the representations to the person in the tape, that we have some level of assurances that this is a valid tape.
And just to be clear, two thoughts about this. One, is it a household name that we're talking about here? And secondly, are they engaged in any criminality from what you understand?
Household name, very much so. More of a household name than Mr. Combs.
Wow,
and
really?
Criminality, they are engaged in pornography. They're not doing anything illegal per se. I can't say that well, I'll say this. My concern was that I could not verify the age of the individual. And so that was my concern about not having anything sent to me and viewing it in the way that I did via stills, via FaceTime video. So I didn't want to have anything in my phone because.
So she's saying something, but it wasn't a video. It was like stills and FaceTime and that. You said if what is in the tape was consensual and legal for me, then that's no problem in my opinion with having privacy. And the problem is that can it be consensual if you know you're being, like, if you don't even know you're being recorded? I'm telling you, when you start slowing down the way these attorneys speak, and then you start comparing what they say from one interview to another, they start telling on themselves. You're like, oh shit, you said what now? Because now she's saying, look, she said, I can't stand, no integrity with my other client, whatever about her other client. Now, when she did this interview, she did this on a Monday. The information of her dropping her client came out yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. She did the interview with Piers Morgan on Monday. So who gave her the information about the other person being filmed and recorded and whatnot? It don't make sense.
My issue is we can't determine if this person is 17 to 21.
Right.
Let him talk.
Fascinating. It's been reported there could be a class action with over 50 alleged victims of Diddy.
So she goes on this interview, but this is why I was like, well, which one is it? If you had issues with your client already, this is yesterday's interview. If you had issues with your client already, why would you continue to work with her and then go on News Nation on the weekend and talk about you got a tape, or you see the tape, or there's a tape?
Here for one reason and one reason only, which is to do my job and to defend victims. I will not stand for anybody, including my own client, attempting to undermine my work. And so because we had such a tumultuous relationship where my client was definitely undermining my work, I had to end the relationship.
Wow. Well, I guess that message is loud and clear. And I guess it did not end well with your working relationship with her.
Here we go.
Talk you into taking her back?
And she's talking about Adrena here.
Yes, in a sense. I actually almost quit once before, and we had a conversation. We made an agreement and signed an agreement.
So if you almost quit once before, just like what Vicky said, if you almost quit once before, then why go on News Nation talking about there's a tape, and I've seen, and even on Piers Morgan and all this other stuff? Why say that? Because where did you get this information from? I would be upset if I'm sorry, like, this would be upsetting. And I'm sure I've seen her, really advocate for her clients and whatnot, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not liking all these interviews that these attorneys are doing that could very well compromise or poke holes. And I'm not even talking about in the legal world. I'm talking about social media, because, people like myself and others, we can look in there and be like, wait a minute, she said this here. Let's put this here. Let's put this together. Does it make sense? Yeah, no.
So that she would stop undermining me. And then she went behind my back and violated it again. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So that's where we are.
All right. Well, that is that. And we can't wait to hear what is next in this case.
Thanks for watching.
That's what do you guys think? What do you guys make of it? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. Listen, I'm just a little person over here who likes to put things together. And if something sounds weird, I'm just going to call it out. Say something sounds very weird. That's what I'm going to say. The fact that she's implying that it is a person more popular than Diddy has me questioning her ethics. Yeah. That's right. She can't say who the person, she can't, because it's like a catch and kill, I guess. She can they're trying to kill the story, but it's like already out there. Help me understand. Like, so you just gonna put that out there? I'm gonna say it again. This woman is clout chasing, Gordon. That's what a lot of people are saying. And she could also very well be trying to protect herself too, because she's an attorney and whatnot. The little smirk in the interview. You're thinking it's LeBron James or one of the Kardashians, girl. My money would be on the Kardashians. I don't think it's J-Lo, but I definitely would put my money on like a Kim Kardashian or a Khloe or whatever, I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I would say the Kardashians are more popular at this point, or even Kylie Jenner, because of just being a newer generation, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I think that they probably have more, following, if that makes sense. You said Elon. Oh my God. My money's on one of the Jenners or the Kardashians. That's where my money's at on that. You think it's KK? That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, man. Just saying. You know what? This who client thing might be made up or stolen from another lawyer who had the higher profile client. You never know. You never know. You said Kevin Spacey? Oh man, he's trying to recover. He's still trying to like not move from his big old loft or whatever over there. They got his shit in water. They're trying to evict him. They sold that property. We talked about that over here because he lost so much money from his own lawsuits. You know what? Cameron Diaz, even though she's not as, back in the early 2000s, Cameron Diaz was the it girl. Now you don't even, when was the last movie she did? But Cameron Diaz might be another one that might be on a tape. I wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. So it sounds like Diddy and his high profile celebrities was out with another person that is who she doesn't want to know the age of. Okay, do you guys think it's a male or a female? The attorney is covering her butt. More money from the other side. That's right. Male or female? Male or female celebrity? And you know what? We're never going to know. Honestly, I don't think that this video, when they're going to drop those names. You think it's DiCaprio? You said it's male, female? We will never know. I don't think let me take a little poll before we head out. Hold up, y'all. I don't think we'll ever know. Let's see. Let's see. And while I'm here starting this poll, please hit that like button. Celebrity, well, let's just put high profile as they described it. Person is a male, female. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Go vote. Let's see how quick we can get some numbers on this poll. Let's see how quick we can get some numbers and see. You said male. Ashton and Mila. Oh my God. Not Dr. Phil. Oh Lord. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Dr. Phil. It wouldn't. Oh my God. You said Will Smith? Oh, jeez. Hold up. Let me see. It's a male, I think, honestly. Okay. See, now we gonna go back and listen to those like pronouns or whatever to figure out who it is or who it isn't, if you know what I mean. Oh no, wait, you heard her, Callie? Callie, you're gonna have to send me the timestamp of that. You said it's a she? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So you saw how those, I gotta go and watch. But you saw how those inmates were suing Diddy too. I wouldn't surprise me if he's connected to anybody. I mean, would not surprise me whatsoever. I got to go watch. I don't think it's the Kardashians. They usually handle things behind the scenes. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Female. Okay. Let me see what the poll says. Hold up, y'all. Let's see what the poll says. Okay, so high profile person is 67% said male and 33% said female. Oh man. All right. Okay. Well, and that's where the poll ends. All right, guys. I'm going to have to let you guys go because I got to go tend to baby bunny. Can you guys do me a favor and hit that like button? I like doing these lives where I literally put all the pieces of information that I find. If you guys find that to be helpful, let me know in the chat. Hey, Kenya. Shout out to you, Kenya. Thank you for being here. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments about this whole situation. What do you guys think? What do you think? Oh, and by the way, like I said, we will be having a non-Diddy party because we've hit our 70. And hopefully, I think we said when we hit 70.1, which we're close, we'll definitely be doing a little party and whatnot. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Shout out to you guys. I might be live later on tonight. But, I want to bring you some more informative stuff and not repeat things that I've already said because you know how I do. I like stuff that you guys can take with you guys. All right. Bye, guys.